All our food come from seeds, come from plant or animals varieties. To have many varieties of plant or animal does mean we have security because many of them they have different character. Whatever happen, we always have seed. So diversity is security. But the problem now is we were trained to eat less and less variety. When we eat less and less varieties of plant and vegetable, people grow less and less varieties. And we cut the forest, we use most of the land. We use most of the land to grow a few varieties. So this caused the extinction of varieties of plants and animal. That means our life will not be secure anymore. We were trained to eat a few varieties all year round. And it caused a lot of crisis in the world. The first crisis that we have now is health crisis. We get sick with no disease, with no germ, a lot. Everywhere. We have diabetes, we have cancer, we have heart disease, we have high blood pressure, allergy, everything. Even we have very high technology in medical or in healing technique, but people still die a lot and suffer a lot. That's because of what we eat is less and less variety. In the same time, the ecosystem collapse because we clear cut the whole thing. We use most of the land to grow only corn, wheat, and soybean, or rice mainly. So we have less diversity in the nature. This is the biggest crisis in the world now. We don't talk about this much because most of the company who try to monopolize the seed, who own the seed, they control the government official. They control politicians. So they control the law. They control the market. They control big policy in everywhere. This is the way they can monopolize seeds. They monopolize food. This is the biggest thing that we have now. We were trained to eat only what this company own it. If they did not own it, we cannot find in the market. So it's the biggest crisis that nobody wants us to talk about that. But we feel it, we know it. We cannot let it moving to that direction anymore. So we have to gather together as a poor farmer. We invite many young farmers come to the workshop at Pan Pan on the beginning of September 2022. We talk about how can we bring seeds back in our hand in the name of farmer. When we are the people who produce food but we have no seeds in our hand, that's not the right thing to do. So in the workshop that we did, we learned how to collecting the local variety that we have now in our area and how can we develop them. We get help from university that they train us to do seed developing in the official way, in the scientific way. So we can learn both local technique and academic or scientific technique. That is very useful for many of us because farmers were taught that we cannot develop seed. Developing seed is very complicated job. It belongs to academic people. It belongs to scientists. But from this training, we know that developing seed is nothing that hard. Everybody can do it. So we can do it ourselves. We don't need to rely on outside much. Most of the participants feel very excited about this project because after this training, this workshop, we will go back home and start to collecting what we have in our area and start to develop them after that, because they know that it's not that hard. It's normal thing in their life that they have been doing for a long time. Only in the last 10, 20 years, they were trained that it's not their job. It's scientific job. It's a company's job. So now they know that they can do it. So this is the first workshop that we start this year. We get funding from selling cereals. We make cereal. We make cereal from many different kind of grain of rice that villagers develop it, and we sell it. All the profit will come to this project, and we plan to do training more often. And after the training, we will have the project that we can connect together, we develop together, learn from each other more. So this is what we hope, that we can be ourselves. We can depend on ourselves more. We want to have our own seeds. We grow our own food. We sell to our group. This is the way we think we can be independent from the big system that control us now. We have to fight with ourselves. We don't fight with them. We fight with ourselves. How can we not support them? How can we come back to support ourselves more? This is the group that we just started this year. We call ourselves the Seed for People group. When the company develops seeds, they own it, they patent it. But people in our group, we don't want to own it, because our ancestors, they develop seed, they select the best one for us. All we have good food now is the work of our ancestors. Why do we have to own it? We have children, we have grandchildren, we have friends, we have many people relate to us. All of us need good food. So we love to share. That's why we want to make this seed belong to public. When we develop it, we want it belong to public, belong to everybody, every life on this earth. Seed is life. Life is free. We should not own anything about life. This is what we want to do.